throughout the United States, starting in Ferguson last August, crescendoing last year, all over the country. So this ruling of justifiable homicide is coming in a context, and it's a giant, flashing green light for more murders by police. That's what this means. The LAPD and the authorities that run them are doubling down. And that's a challenge, and it's a gauntlet being thrown down to everybody who wants to see an end to murder by police. We refuse to live in a society that exonerates itself for genocide. And that's what this is. It's a slow genocide that can become a fast genocide. And that's what it's come to in the United States. Long years and decades and centuries of the oppression of black people. It's come to this. Either this slow genocide continues and it intensifies, or we stand up in our millions and sweep away a system that's responsible for these crimes, so that the public security forces in a whole new revolutionary society would never take the lives of an innocent person. Never.
So he's taking it away.
And that's what we need.
You want him to take it away from you?
Revolution. And in order to get there, we need to fight the power. And let's do that, all right?
Welcome, sir. You want to identify yourself? It's up to you.
My name is Tunde. I'm trying not to cry. I need to get my words. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry in front of you. I don't even want to give you my tears. Because I sit here and I look at y'all, and I look at everybody on this board, and nobody's moved. Nobody. People are arguing, yelling at you, crying, telling you about people who are dying, and all of y'all are stoic. Hiding behind your emotions. Hiding behind your bureaucracy.
Use the mic, my man.
Hiding behind your bureaucracy. As soon as I came into this building, there was 5 police officers in front. All had their hands on a gun. As a black man, I was afraid. I was fucking afraid to come in this public building because 5 fucking police officers had their hand on their gun.
Yes.
As a black man. And I have no weapons. Nothing on me. But I know the history of black people getting shot for speaking their mind. And Evan just eat through paper in this fucking room. And he got put in handcuffs. So this is what I'm going to do. I live in Figueroa on 82nd. Police officers literally come up to me and my friends and they say, I can write you a ticket for no reason.
That's how
corrupt your force is.
That's how South LA works.
That's how South LA works. I've witnessed it. Y'all can deny it all y'all want, but it's hide behind these fucking bureaucracies that y'all got, but the system is corrupt. As fuck. That's all I gotta say. I hope it's something that somebody's head up here, somebody's tears, somebody's frustration sits in everybody's minds. One thing sits in each and one of y'all minds, because y'all don't seem like y'all affected at all. It seems pointless, and y'all wonder why we frustrated, because y'all not giving any emotional feedback. That's my time.
Hi, sir. Welcome. I'm Reverend John Cager. I'm the president of the AME Ministerial Alliance of Southern California, Pastor Ward AME Church, and I'm here to beg you all to please reject the report of Chief Beck. What you will do if you don't reject that report is validate that the penalty for mental illness is death. And that's not reasonable in a reasonable society. In 2001, a federal consent decree was agreed to because of a failure of training, a failure of leadership, and a culture of hiding behind the silent blue wall. Since 2013, and we've talked about this, Mr. Martin and Ms. Madison, since 2013, what we have seen is a return to a failure of training. I got to shoot someone unarmed because I'm scared as a police officer. That's a failure of training. Failure of leadership, the fact that we continue to have these things is self-evident. And the hiding behind the blue wall, we have an unjustified stop, but a justified killing.
Talk about
if
it.
that does not defy logic, then logic does not exist. And I would say to you, Mr. President, Mr. Soboroff, that leadership that is not transparent and leadership that does not accommodate the sensitivity of the situation is not leadership. What it is corporate management, and we don't need a corporate manager in charge of the Los Angeles Police.
Preach.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Reverend Regis Murray, pastor of St. Mark AME Church in South Central Los Angeles, and just like my colleague said, I'm a man of little words. I don't think a lot more need to be said. I'm just going to ask each and every one of you to just look at your own lives. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. And then you ask yourself and be honest with what you see. I know it's a tough job. It's a job that sometimes no one's going to be satisfied. But this is what you were put in place, to look in your mirror and make that decision, even if it means going against what everybody else says. We want a commission and a police department that does not operate in lockstep. If you know you have rogue cops, you need to get rid of the rogue cops so that the men and women that are doing their job can then get the light on them. We need to get rid of it, and you got to get it from the root. If you keep playing with it, it's going to come back and bite you. I know as a pastor I should say pray. Well, yeah, you should pray. But I also know prayer without works is dead.
Come on now.
So because the people are worked up, they're frustrated. But I'm going to just stay with what I know. God is in control. And I'm asking each and every one of you to look in your own personal lives and do the right thing.
My name is Cheyenne Berry. I'm a student at Cal State LA. My major is Pan-African Studies. And it was not until my major made me open my eyes to see police brutality and to see the works of your men and women on the force. I'm sorry, Steve? I'm talking to you.
Yeah, excuse me.
Thank you. It kills me that all these people are in this room unarmed, but yet you have all these police force in here with their hands on their weapons. None of us are armed in here.
Our state is armed, though. That's what it is.
That's all that it is.
Armed and educated.
That's all that matters. And it's just like we're at a constant state of war with you. Always at war with you. No matter, even being a black female, I'm constantly under war with you.
Oh, yeah.
And as an aunt, I have a nephew coming into this world, and I'm scared as hell for him. Because if you just kill innocent black people that have no weapons on them, I don't understand what you're doing. Make that make sense. And these statements you guys keep saying, like, oh, they're excuses. What are excuses? Excuses are weak-ass statements. Are you weak people? Did you hire weak people? Well, then they all have weak-ass statements for why they're killing unarmed black people.
Yeah. Weak.
Our lives matter.
Yes.
They seriously matter. And if you don't understand that, then you shouldn't be in this business. It's not for you.
On the train.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Aaron English, and to be honest, I just want to say that me standing here before you all and trying to convince you that, you know, Black Lives Matter, that would be totally a waste of my time. Because in reality, Black lives do not matter to you. Not at all. It shows in your demeanor ever since you've been out here in these beautiful, kind, gentle human beings of color yes, of dark color,
yes,
has presented themselves to you as human beings, and you fail to acknowledge that. You do not see human beings out here asking for their humanity to be acknowledged. And throughout the course of history, their humanity has not been acknowledged. It says right there to protect and serve. But in reality, they are here to protect and serve people like you, Steve, people like you, Robert, people like you, Richard, people like you, Alexander.
Not you, Paula. No, not you.
Yeah, not you, Paula.
Or Dillard.
Art Dillard, whoever, all the non-white individuals out there, they're not here to, protect and serve you. So like I said, me sitting up here and telling you that, Black Lives Matter, would be totally a waste of my time. At the end of this day, you will go home to your white family, your white children, and because the system is working in favor of that, you have no heart to see outside of your little bubble and see the realities that they live with on a daily basis.
yes.
And I refuse to sit up here and cry to you because that's what you want.
Next, please.
Hold on just a quick second. I'll be real blunt with you right now. All you see out here are niggas. But in reality, most niggas wear suits.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The next vice speakers, Kennedy Garcia, Paul Shuri, Fran Wilson.
And we're live here at LAPD headquarters. This is the commission.
Hi, my name is Jamie Garcia. I'm with the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition. So, to begin, the murder of Ezell Ford is not a moment in time, but it's a continuation of history. The disregard and devaluing of black lives has manifested itself during slavery, Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, broken windows policing, community policing, the Safer Cities Initiative, and now counterterrorism policies, also known as intelligence-led policing. The structural and operational definitions may have changed, but the human impact is the same. The total extrajudiciary murder of black lives. We see in the suspicious activity reporting program, it defines suspicion as observed behavior, reasonably indicative of pre-operational planning or criminal or terrorist behavior. This is the current language that is used by police to monitor and stalk the community, but especially black lives. The Office of Director of National Intelligence has handed you, Chief Beck, the term reasonable indication, which is an articulable concern to stop people. We know your language, we study you. Just a further reminder to us that constitutional protections don't exist, never existed. Black lives just can't walk home. This is no surprise that Chief Beck sees nothing out of policy in regards to Ezell Ford's murder. This is the ridiculous operational and structural parameters that LAPD operates under. However, Mr. Bustamante, Ms. Paula Madison, Mr. Saltzman, Ms. Kathleen Kim, the community implores you to see this situation in its totality. Don't only hold these officers accountable, look at the history of this institution. Acknowledge the manner in which it operates, the way it's structured. This will not change with petty reforms, training, diversity, partnership, body cameras. We will continue to expose you. We will expose this institution, your lack of action. We will be relentless. You will see us again. You will see me again. We will not stop until this institution is transformed, till police abolition occurs.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome. Are you going to look me in the eye?
I am. I'm just cross-eyed.
That's fascinating, because most people, because up to this point, I noticed that you hadn't been doing a whole lot of eye contact. You give me a lot of respect up here. My name is Paul Shirey. I'm here in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. And I had a chance to meet Tritovia Ford this weekend. And the only thing I could think about was my mom. And when I think about my mom losing me, in her lifetime, the pain she's going to go through, what she's going to carry the rest of her life, right here, what that's going to manifest in, how that's going to harm the people that love her because she can't support the way she supported me, the way your mother supported you, Steve. think about your children, your nieces, your grandchildren. I'm not really sure how it all works for you. That's who you should be thinking about when you rule on this, Steve. That's who you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about the fact that this woman lost her life, and the fact that if you lose your life, or if you lose a family member, right, how you're going to feel. What kind of justice you want if you lost a family member. Because that's exactly what this is. Tritobia Ford, Ezell Ford, his humanity is just as valuable as anybody in your sphere. You need to value it as much as you value your career. Because the only thing I see that matters to this commission, I mean, it could be a good hashtag. My career matters, right? Not Black Lives Matter, right? My career matters, right? Now put that on the tombstone. You'll be real proud of that.
Oh, you got time, brother.
I mean, look, bottom line, I want to get back to this, though. This is real intimate. You keep on giving me eye contact. You really are, it seems like you're respecting me as like a three-dimensional human here. I know, because I saw you before, though. You were looking at your smartphone. You were looking out towards the audience. From the moment I got up here, you looked right at me. What is that about? What is that about? Is that a whiteness thing? Is that what it is? You can respect my humanity? Is that what it is? Because you can't respect people of color?
Municipal life, psychological impact, federal consent decree. Unfortunately, I speak to a sense of decency and fairness. With the passage of death, some will heal, others will record what LAPD's atrocities committed against one individual due to his skin, an American person. They are to protect and serve. These incidents and reports of media coverage voraciously depict the color of authority for extermination of the black race or individuals in society at large, public at large, all of you. No, I can't look up at this gentleman. He doesn't look at me. Such subsequent subjection of excessive force to the criteria of guilty of crimes, crime without being shocked or horrified. Mr. Ford, a person with a disability, not protected under the 14th Amendment or his equal access to life. Again, I am pained with all and everyone here being and crying in protest against such injustice, such hypocrisy of racism, and such undignified justification to respect reference for the law as I speak to you. And all you of color, all of you here today represent what we stand for. And that's called civilians. Life matters. And I'm talking about Black Life Matters. Thank you, Miss Madison.
Hey, Ranger. Thanks.
Wait him up.
Oh, my God.
Wait up,
Hey. Down.
You're on the job.
We'd like to hear the rest of the speakers instead of hearing people just shouting.
I need somebody to talk to you fucking listen. He was asleep.
Next.
My name is Joshua Kahanana, and I'm here as an
I can't hear you, Josh. If you're wasting your time, I'm not going to give you more.
I would love to listen to them all day, actually. And, you know, I've been out there marching with them side by side. And you know what? They're worth way more than this entire panel combined. Because you know what? We've lost all faith in you guys. None of us believe that you're going to decide, you know, in the favor of Ezell Ford and Tritobia Ford. We don't believe that. But you do have an opportunity.
Herman, sit down.
Excuse me. Hello, I'm speaking. If you could stop paying attention to everybody in the audience and look at me, that'd be great. Thank you. So, the truth of the matter is, Ezell Ford remains one of many victims of the LAPD and the cops that police Los Angeles County in general. In fact, LAPD is the single deadliest institution in the nation. You're number one in killing civilians, and you're number one in covering it up. What's appalling to see here is that